With the old way of learning English, you studied vocabulary lists. You studied long lists of single words. For example, if you learned the word chip, you would memorize that it means a small piece of something. You would try to remember this word by constantly studying the word and its meaning. Chip, a small piece of something. Chip, a small piece of something. Chip, a small piece of something. You would repeat this again and again and again, hoping to remember. Still, you would probably forget. With effortless English, you never study a single word. You always learn phrases, common groups of words. And you always learn from stories and speeches, never from word lists. For example, in an effortless English story, you might hear the sentence, "He needed help, so he asked his friends to chip in." You would learn that to chip in means to help. In my lessons, you would hear this phrase many times in many situations. From stories, from audio speeches. You would always hear it in real, natural situations, never from a word list. You remember and understand the meaning because you always hear it in a full sentence, story, or speech. You never study just one word. Learning like this is much faster and it's much easier. You see, that's what American children do. American children do not study word lists. They learn English by learning several words at the same time. They learn phrases. They always learn these groups of words, these phrases, from stories and from conversations. Children never study word lists. With effortless English, you learn in the same way, just like a child. You learn like a child, and you learn to speak English easily, quickly, and automatically. In school, you studied a lot of grammar rules. That is the old way to learn grammar. Grammar rules do not help you speak English. In fact, grammar rules cause you to speak English slowly. This is why you speak slowly. For example, imagine you want to say, "I have been studying English since I was 12 years old." Now, if you must think about the grammar rules first, you will speak slowly. Imagine. First, you must think of the rules for the past tense. Then you must think of the rules for the present perfect. Then you must think of the rules for the present perfect progressive. Then you must decide which is correct for this situation. It's too slow, much too slow. With effortless English, you learn grammar naturally with stories. For example, I tell you a simple, fun story using the past tense. You learn the past tense easily just by listening to the story. Then I tell you the same story again using the present perfect. Then I tell you the same story again, but using the present. Then I tell you the same exact story again, but using the future. You learn to understand the differences between these just by listening to the different stories. You learn to use each one correctly. You learn when to use one and when not to use it. You learn to feel English grammar, not think about it. This is how American children learn English grammar. With Effortless English, you learn exactly the same way. So, no more thinking about grammar. Instead, you will automatically and quickly use correct English grammar every time you speak. Can you speak real English? Probably not. In school, you did not learn the real English that we actually speak. You learned textbook English. For example, in school, you learned, "Hi, how are you?" "I'm fine. And you?" But real people almost never say that. Real people say, "Hey, what's up?" Or, "How's it going?" Or, "What you doing?" These are the real greetings that real people use. To understand real people, you must learn the real English that they use. To speak to real people, you must learn real English. With Effortless English, you always learn real English. I teach you the English that we use in real conversations. You don't learn textbook English, you always learn real English. Did you learn English with your eyes? Probably. In school, you probably learned mostly with your eyes. You read textbooks. You studied word lists. You studied grammar rules. That's why you read well, but cannot speak well. For example, you can easily understand written English, such as, "Hi, how are you? What have you been doing lately?" But you do not easily understand real English speaking, such as, "Hey man, how's it going? What you been up to?" To speak well, you must learn with your ears. You must learn by listening. If you learned with your ears, you would easily understand the second example. This is what children do. Children learn English by listening. They listen to their parents, and then, a few months later, they begin to speak. With Effortless English, you learn like a child. You learn English with your ears. All of our lessons are listening lessons. No textbooks. Children are the very best English learners. To speak excellent English, you must learn like a child. You must learn with your ears. Let's be honest. Textbooks are boring. English classes are boring. Think about the topics in a textbook. They're usually boring and useless. That's why many people feel that English is boring. English is not boring, but English textbooks are boring, and English classes are boring. Effortless English lessons are never boring. My lessons focus on powerful and useful topics. For example, many of my lessons focus on the topics of success, motivation, confidence, and leadership. Useful topics to improve your life. In addition, my story lessons are always funny and strange and crazy. You will smile and laugh when you listen to them. Forget the old boring way. With Effortless English, you will totally enjoy every English lesson.